All right, let's dive in. Today, we're heading deep into the Amazon for a story that's got everything: mystery, ancient puzzles, and a legendary treasure. But this isn't just about finding gold. We're talking about a power that can literally grant your heart's truest desire. You ready? Let's go. Now, these are the words that kick the whole thing off. They're spoken by a grandfather to his grandkids, Dora and Diego. And he's not just spinning some fairy tale here. He's laying out just how high the stakes are. The end of this legend, its whole meaning, depends entirely on who gets there first. So what is this El Dorado, really? Well, it's way more than just a city of gold. At its very center is a magical stone called the Sun Soul, and it has the power to grant any wish you can possibly imagine. So yeah, you can see why people have been searching for it for centuries. It is the ultimate prize. And these stories totally capture young Dora's imagination. Her grandfather gives her a blank map, telling her every explorer has to chart their own journey. Flash forward 10 years, and that blank piece of paper, it's completely transformed. It is now covered with a decade's worth of discoveries from exploring the jungle with her cousin Diego. It's her life's work. But one day, everything goes wrong. During a really risky expedition, Dora finds this strange sundial inside a cave. But when she grabs it, she triggers a fire trap. In the scramble to get out, the one thing she values more than anything, her map, slips right out of her hands and is just gone, swallowed by the flames. So she's heartbroken, obviously, but she's not giving up. Her journey takes a pretty wild turn when she gets a job at an adventure park. And this park is run by her childhood hero, the world-famous explorer Camellia. Dora's hoping to learn from the best, but what she's about to find out is that meeting your idols, well, it can reveal some pretty dark secrets. And this is where their goals just completely clash. Dora and Diego quickly figure out that Camellia is funding an illegal dig on the side. See, she isn't interested in discovery. She's after an ancient bracelet that's rumored to lead to El Dorado. Dora wants it to wish her map back, but Camellia, she's just desperately trying to get her fame back. Dora puts two and two together and realizes the sundial she found is actually the key to a box Camellia's team dug up. She opens it, and there it is, the legendary bracelet. But this thing is not just some piece of jewelry. It magically flies out and clamps right onto Dora's arm, and right at that moment, Camellia shows up. The chase is officially on. Okay, so to get away, they need help, and fast. They bring in Diego's ex-girlfriend, Clara, who's a total genius with puzzles and agrees to join them. So you've got them, plus Boogie the monkey, all piling into a tram and crashing deep in the jungle. It's a real motley crew, brought together by pure chaos. And now, they hold the key to El Dorado. The bracelet leads them to a sunken tomb, but, of course, it's a trap. The walls start closing in, about to crush them. Dora spots a riddle on the wall and has this grim but brilliant realization. Their only chance is to hide among the skeletons of the other adventurers who didn't make it out. Super creepy, but hey, it works. So they survive that ordeal and fall into another chamber below. And waiting for them is their reward, the first of 3 skull stones. Dora clicks it into the bracelet and boom, she's hit with this powerful vision that shows her exactly where to go next. The quest is on, for real this time. But being lost in the jungle with your life on the line, well, it starts to take a toll. And Diego finally confesses something he's been hiding for years. He was never really into all this exploring stuff. He only ever did it to make Dora happy. His real dream is to go study abroad, a dream he's put on pause for her. And just as Diego decides he's had enough and is ready to leave, the bracelet does something totally unexpected. It just unclasps from Dora's arm, flies across to Diego, and locks itself onto his wrist. It's like the artifact itself is saying, nope, you're not going anywhere, you're part of this now. So like it or not, they're stuck together. The team pools their talents, finds the second stone, and that leads them to the final destination, this incredible, mysterious temple high up on a mountain peak. This is it, the last stop before El Dorado, and you just know the biggest challenges are still ahead. And just as they get there, bam, Camellia and her crew ambush them. In a moment of just shocking cruelty, she grabs Dora, shoves her into a deep chasm, and leaves her for dead. With the rest of the team as her prisoners, Camellia marches into the final temple. But Dora survives the fall. She's alone, defeated, and feels completely lost without her map. That's when she has a vision of her grandfather, and he tells her something profound. You don't need a map. You are the map. He reminds her that she has a decade of experience burned into her memory, and with that, her confidence comes flooding back, and she finds her own way. Dora manages to rescue her friends, and they confront Camellia, who finally tells them why she's doing all this. Turns out, a year ago, she led a huge expedition that was a complete disaster, a total public humiliation. So she's not just chasing fame, she's trying to erase that failure by wishing to become the world's greatest explorer. The showdown leads them all to the final puzzle. It's a room just overflowing with treasure, but in the center is a giant scale and a riddle. To open the last door, they have to make a sacrifice, something more valuable than all the gold surrounding them. They start piling gold onto the scale, but nothing happens. And it's Camellia who finally understands. The riddle isn't about treasure, it's about life. And in this incredible moment of redemption, she steps onto the scale herself. As it tips, a bridge of light appears for the others to cross, and she falls into the darkness, sacrificing her own life to save them. But then something absolutely miraculous happens. The completed bracelet flies off Diego's wrist, dives down into the chasm, and comes back up carrying Camellia, totally unharmed. Her selfless act wasn't a death sentence. It was the final test. Her sacrifice was the real key all along. With the final path now open, they step into the heart of El Dorado. The ultimate power in the world is right there, within their reach. But after everything they've been through, the question isn't really about how to get the wish anymore. It's about who actually deserves it. Inside, they find it, the Sun Cell, the stone that grants any wish. But Camellia is a completely changed person. She finally gets that true exploration has nothing to do with fame or winning. She's humbled, she's redeemed, and she looks at Dora and says, the wish belongs to her. And in this really beautiful end to the story, Dora looks at the stone. She could wish for her map back, the very thing that started this whole crazy journey. But, just like Camellia, she now sees what really matters. She selflessly wishes for her cousin Diego's dream to come true, so he can finally go and pursue his education. It's such a powerful ending, right? It brings the whole thing full circle. What started as a hunt for treasure became this incredible journey of self-discovery, of sacrifice, and of realizing that the best rewards are the ones we give to others. Which, of course, leaves us with just one question for you. What would you wish for?